Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the mornings, man. I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process. And that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. Can't say I ain't giving you no good advice, man. Because going to jail, man, is not an option, man. I'm letting you know now, man. It was bad when I was in there 20 years ago. Now you want to go there in 2026 with the new maniacs, the new generation maniacs, man. You really want to go through that, man? I don't want to go through that, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Don't nobody put my life in danger or my family life in danger, man. I'm not going back to prison, man. I feel like there's nothing or nobody on this world that can make me trick myself out my spot of just being a free person out here, man. When you free out here, man, you can do anything you want. You can get in your car, you can walk down the street, you can go do this, you can do that, you can do whatever you want. It's your rules, it's your body, it's your legs. You take yourself where you want to, you do whatever you want to. If you ever get locked up, all that changes, man. All that changes, man, because now the state has a hold of you, man. They tell you what to do. They tell you what to eat. They tell you where to sleep. They tell you where to go. They put handcuffs on you when they want. Your life is going to be over with for whatever amount of years you have to serve, man. But don't put yourself through that, man. Turn your life around right now. Do the right thing. Being on the land, being out here is way more important than being in there. Y'all out here breaking the laws, ain't getting no money. Ain't no money being accumulated for none of the crimes that you guys are doing. But you ready to risk yourself to go put yourself behind these crazy bars, man. I'm not going back in there, and I don't want none of my people that watch this to go back in prison. So we staying out the way forever, man, period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Thursday banger. So what I need y'all to do this one, y'all. Like, just subscribe to y'all. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Had 3 months left. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation. We are aware, people. We in penitentiary, man. Crazy things happen all the time. I'm telling y'all, man, like, it's so many dudes that I done ran across, man. I'm talking about you looking like somebody like me who had years to serve. I seen so many people go home. I seen so many people walk through those gates. I seen so many people dap me up, leaving their information. I have seen that so many times through my 16-year journey in prison. I'm telling you, man, it's a bittersweet feeling because you're definitely happy that your homeboy is going home, but you wish you was in his shoes. It's one of those type of feelings, man. And I have seen dudes jeopardize their release date. These people that I'm talking about, they be having this short time. I have seen the same people jeopardize this stuff, man. I have seen the same people play Russian roulette with their release date, man. And usually when you do that and never really ends good, you have some dudes that kind of make it out when they do play Russian roulette with their release date. But it's not a good thing, man. When you short and you about to go home, you got to treat it like that, man. You got to treat yourself like you're about to go to the crib, man. So with that being said, though, we on Lawrenceville for this, y'all. We on Lawrenceville. We in 40 building, man. And it was crazy because this is around the time before they moved me to San Francisco. I'm still in 40 building. And, you know, I'm in the building where they said it was the worst building. 40 building, man, because for a quick recap for people that don't follow my stories, the people that's new to the channel, like when I went to 40 building, when I first got to Lawrenceville, they were saying that was the worst building because they moved all the young dudes to this building, all the older heads to the other side of the yard. Now, the people that they talk about as far as the young boys were basically all members. The red team, the blue team, the GDs, everybody. That's what they did. They made that building that. Now, they still had neutral dudes over there, but it was more members over there than neutral dudes, man, by far, man. So it was like, that building's supposed to have been the worst building, man. But you know, somebody like me who'd have been a susser, somebody like me who got already 7 years experience in sussers too, I'm already on some type of time, like I don't care where they send me. I'm on Lawrenceville now, I'm off of Sussex, so I can do my time anywhere. So when I got up there, it was crazy. I had to get used to a whole new system of how things were being ran. Not really ran, but just with the inmates. Like, at first when I was on Sussex 2, like, the blue team was just kind of like carving their way into Virginia's system as far as like having numbers, having people that, that's trained to go from different cities and all of that. At first, it wasn't none. And I don't be trying to put nobody down. Dudes be like, you never say nothing about them, because it was none of them. Like, I got locked up in 2000. That's what y'all got to understand. I'm an old head. I just don't look like one. But I got locked up in 2000, y'all. You know what I mean? So at first, it wasn't no members of the blue. It won't even no members of the red at first, man. But when the red hit crazy. You know what I mean? The blue started coming in here and there, but it never was enough for them to contend with the red. So basically, a lot of them had to tuck their tails. I ain't gonna say all of them was cowards, but when you outnumbered 40-1, what can you do? There's nothing you can do, man. So in Sussex, it wasn't like that till the end of my Sussex period, and I started meeting a few other train-to-go dudes from Norfolk and a few train-to-go dudes from the other side of water, Hampton, Newport News. I met a few train-to-go dudes that was on the blue team. So it still wasn't a lot of them, but just to meet ones that just didn't tuck their tail was different. You know what I mean? So I saw it. Now, by the time I got transferred to Lawrenceville is where I saw everything changed. I saw it was a bunch of red and then a bunch of blue, man. I'm talking about like even amounts. And I couldn't believe it seeing that. I'm like, yo, I got to be late, because I never knew it was this many blue team in the system, man. But they was so deep on Lawrenceville, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. It was in every building. They was in every building. The GDs was deep on Lawrenceville. Now, that's not even counting the red team, how deep they are on Lawrenceville. It was just crazy, man, at the same time, though, man. But like I say, though, like, with all that happening in my building, like, I still had to know how to move. I still had to do what I had to do. Now, I'm in there rocking with my homeboy, Ty. Me and my homeboy, Ty, was cool. He was a neutral dude. I knew him for Sussex, too. He was in the block. I was happy to see him when I came in, you know what I mean? But y'all already know I'm in the cell with the dude from the red team, the leader. So, fast forward a little bit, I get out the cell with him. Couldn't take it no more. It was freaking Maniacville up there. Like, he won't disrespect me, but he's the leader. So dudes be coming to the cell, just be too much traffic. In the beginning we was partying, everything was smooth, we hitting the la music banging. After about 2 weeks of that, you like, hold on, I gotta get situated. So that's what made me move. So now that I move, I'm downstairs now. You know what I mean? I got a bottom bunk, I'm chilling, I'm out the way, minding my own business. Now, I seen a bunch of dudes that I knew up there. But at the same time, though, like, I remember when I seen the one dude, and he was from the town. Now, I knew him because me and him went to middle school together. That's how far we go back. But, like, when I had seen him, I didn't know that he was in the middle of what I'm about to tell y'all. So, like, I see him, like, he done matured, he done got a little older. Now, when me and him went to middle school, like, we never really talked or nothing like that. We seen each other because I was in the 6th grade, he was in the 8th grade, so he was a little older than me. But I seen him. He was one of those dudes that just... You know what I mean? Back then, he was from a major popular neighborhood in Norfolk, you know what I mean? That's not around anymore. And he just was basically trained to go. He was trained to go, man. I ain't gonna lie. Dude was trained to go. He ain't play no games. You know what I mean? He was always somebody that went against the grain. He always was somebody that went against neighborhoods. Like back in those days, I'm talking about 95. He was on that type of time. So like, he was always a maniac back in the day. But like, when I seen him, like our first time seeing each other when I had first got over there, it was like, oh, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was so much going on, like, I didn't even get a chance to talk to bro. So now that I've been over there a minute, I forgot that he was over there. So time that went by a little bit, he was in the 2 part, by the way, that was beside us. You know what I mean? Y'all know I'm in the 2 part. I'm in the yard, I'm in the 1 part. So he was in the 2 part. So I ain't really get a chance to talk to bro. So we gonna call him Cuzzo. Now, I didn't know he was involved with the blue. I didn't know none of this. All I knew is that I knew him. You know what I mean? And we just knew each other. So after we spoke or whatever, that was that. So a little bit of time go by. I said like a month. So like a month go by, I bump into him again. But this time I bump into him when I go outside. Man, I look, man, bro out that junk, man. Bro got his whole little program going on. He got like 5 dudes that he rock with. He didn't have a big crew. He had like 5 dudes that he rock with, man. He had all them dudes working out. And I was just watching them like, man, I seen the GDs do that. You know what I mean? Like when I first got there, like, yo, they got dudes like moving in the sync. You know what I mean? That shows leadership skills. That shows that dudes got power. So when I seen him got the dudes working out, I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, bro, what you got going on? He was like, what you mean? I was like, bro, why everybody working out? I said, what is your workout crew? He was like, nah, these my homies right here, cuz. Yeah, these my homies right here, cuz. I'm like, cuz. I'm like, oh, I said, man, you on the blue team? He was like, yeah. So I called his real name, you know what I mean? Back then, I meant to say that part. I called his real name, but y'all know we gonna call him Cuzzo. So he was like, Nah, look, matter of fact, call me Cuzzo. They call me Cuzzo. I'm like, Cuzzo? So he like, yeah. So Cuzzo was like a dude, he was kind of like, you could tell he worked out a lot. You know what I mean? He had his weight up. He didn't look like he was, muscles everywhere, but he definitely had his weight up. He was a little taller than me. He was a bald head, kind of light brown skin dude, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he ain't look like no slouch. So like when I see him, I'm like, man, you know what I mean? I'm probably like 26, he probably like 30 or something like that at the most, but he already bald head and everything. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. He like, yeah, man, you ain't know, last time you see me, you ain't know I was blue team. I'm like, nah, bro, I didn't know you was blue team. I wasn't even paying no attention. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, these my little homies right here, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get them right before I go to the crib. So I'm like, well, you about to go to the crib? He was like, yeah, I'm about to go to the crib ASAP. He was like, yeah, I'm about to go to the crib this year. I'm like, for real, man? That's what's up, man. He was like, yeah, man, you know, I've been up here like 3 years. So he was like, I'm about to go home from this joint, though, man. I'm just trying to make sure they straight and get them right. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. So like, after I had talked to Cuzzo, and you know, he ran it down that, you know, he kind of like, he wasn't, I don't really want to say he was a big homie, but he probably just somebody that was repping the blue for a while, and now he older than the dudes that he's around, and that's how I usually go. You want to always become the number one. So that's what he had going on, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Just knowing that a dude that I knew from back in the day was on the blue team from Norfolk, I was like, man, bro, out of control for that boy, y'all. So boom. And I say that though because I used to hear about how the red team used to go at the dudes that used to be on the blue. But y'all know I've been gone for a minute. I'm not knowing that the blue team is growing out different neighborhoods. They coming, they in Norfolk, they in Chesapeake, they in Portsmouth, like they out the beach, like they everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like they growing. So it's like I didn't even know that. So like the whole time bro was probably doing this bid, or the whole time bro was on the street, probably was on the blue team. So I just made it my business to holler at him one day, because like I knew him, he was a cool dude, you know what I mean? So when we had went to lunch, I told him, I said, yo, bro, 229, come over and rock with me, bro. I said, I got a couple of drinks. I said, you know, Ty, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, he about to pull up. I said, man, look, we about to party, bro. I said, man, come through, man, holler at me. The only reason I said that is because only time I would see him, he would be with his homies. He wasn't making a lot of noise. He wasn't doing a lot of BS. He wasn't doing none of that. But like, you know what I mean? Like, he just be chilling. So I was like, man, you know what? I need to holler at bro to see how he became the blue team, because I'm still lost in the sauce and late to the party about how this blue team stuff even happened. So I'm just intrigued for the history, to be honest with y'all. Y'all know I'm dumb nosy, so I'm majorly intrigued for the history. So he was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna come over there. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be over there, bro. He said, I got some rollers. You wanna bring them? I said, yeah. I said, you mess with the Lala, right? He was like, yeah. I said, all right, bring that. So bro ended up pulling up. He came, Cuzzo popped up at the door. I'm on the bottom tier, you know what I mean? Me and Ty was already in there. I got the music banging, we chilling. I got the cut up halfway. So we come in there, John, he just kick it, you know what I mean? You know, we all from the town, so we kicking it. So I'm like, man, so Ty ain't really know him like that either, you know what I mean? So I introduced him, everything was love. So I'm like, man, so after we get the party going, you know, drinks, the la, the tobacco, I'm like, yo, bro. I was like, man, what made you join the blue team, bro? He was like, man, cuz, man, it was just too many of them, bro. He was like, man, it was just too many of them, man. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, you know, I got history, I got family, you know what I mean, on the West, you know what I mean? That be based. I got family on the West. That's part of the blue team too. So when I used to always go out of town and visit my people, so when I go to family reunions, I will always run across my family members that's on the blue team. But he was like, just the whole city alone, he was like, you been gone, Weezy, man. He was like, man, the whole city alone is just all red team, bro. He was like, everybody that's on, everybody nuts that's on the red team. So I just got tired of dudes being on the red team. So I said, nobody never propositioned you, bro. I said, because bro, back in the day, you was a maniac, bro. I said, nobody propositioned you to be on the blue team, to be on the red team. He was like, yeah, you know they did. He was like, but nah, bro, you know, I always went against the grain. So like, nah, I just did my own thing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that junk crazy. So I'm like, what neighborhoods? So he started telling me the neighborhoods that rep the blue and North. And I was shocked about that. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. So he turning me on and everything. I'm like, yo, so like, what's your plans when you hit the street, bro? You know what I mean? What you gonna do when you hit the street? Cause you about to be out there soon. He was like, man, for real, man, like, man, I don't know, bro. He like, for real, man, like, I'm gonna work. Like, you know, I ain't really trying to come out there and try to paint the city blue. I ain't doing that. Like, I'm gonna come out here and try to work, man. I got a daughter, you know what I mean? Trying to come out there and make sure my little brother's straight. He just turned 14. I'm trying to make sure he don't jump off the porch the wrong time. Like, I'm just trying to make sure everything's straight. That's why I gotta hurry up and get out there. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's what's up, bro. You know what I mean? So Ty was like, man, look, those dudes you be with, bro, he was like the kind of chubby one. He got beat up over here last year. So he was like, for real, Wayne. He was like, man, Ty was like, he came over here to see some dude that was on the red team, and they got into it. He was like, the dude from the red team banged him up. So I was like, man. So he was like, for real? He was like, I didn't know that. You know, I just got up here 6 months ago. So we were just kicking it. All three of us were just kicking it. We were just all having a conversation. But like the more we talked, the more I understood kind of like how he ended up being in the blue team. You know what I mean? Like I needed that type of lesson. I needed that type of information just for my own personal thoughts. Like how did that happen? But bro had a good reason, man. Like if you want to be a member, man, the whole town was joining the red team, man. Like for real, me personally, if I was on some trying to join some stuff, man, I probably would be on the blue team, y'all. So boom. But I'll never join nothing. So, you know, that was hypothetically speaking, but I got what he was saying. You know what I mean? I understood where he was coming from. So that's what it was. So we partied. That was all right. That was cool. So he probably had like two homies. He probably had like two other homies that he rocked with that was in my pod. Now, it wasn't a lot of blue team in my pod. It wasn't. It was probably like 5 GDs and probably like 2 blue teams. But y'all know the GDs and the blue team jive run together. I know they do in Virginia slightly. I don't know about nowhere else. But like it's probably like they got a decent little number, man. So I don't know what had happened. Man. But something that happened with some dudes from Petersburg. Now, the dudes from Petersburg that was in the block, they weren't on the red team either. You know what I mean? But they dealt with the red team. And they was a younger generation of some Petersburg dudes. They was in their 20s. They were younger than me. You know what I mean? So I don't know what had happened. Don't get me to lie. But something that happened with his homies that I was just telling y'all that was in the pod, the 2 dudes that's on the blue team. So first thing they do is they run and go call Cuzzo. So I look up. Cuzzo was in the block. He got a tight t-shirt on. You know what I mean? He in that junk. And I see him. I'm like, what's up, bro? You all right? He like, look up. He like, yeah, I'm good. So I'm just watching him. He like, yeah. So he talking to somebody. I don't know who he talking to because it's kind of like under us, but I can hear his voice. So Ty come out. He's like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, bro, Cuzzo over here, but I don't know. Like, I gotta put some work in. I don't know. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. So we get a better view of the jump. We went and stand by the steps now. We got our backs to the little back part of the steps. Where the trash can be at the top of the island part of the joint. So we like right there. We can look right down and see the action. So he over there talking to a couple of dudes. You know what I mean? 2 of the dudes he's talking to is from Petersburg. I don't know what had happened, man. All I know is, man, Cuzzo took off on him. Boom! He took off on the dude from Petersburg. The young boy hit him back. Boom! They just started wrecking. Boom! They right there in the pod wrecking. Now, there ain't none of those in there. The police can't hit you with none of those. So, like, a fight is going to be a fight. Sometimes the police can't even break it up on Lawrenceville. Man, I'm telling you, they right there wrecking. So he rumbling them. He rumbling them crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Now, he ain't come over there with none of his homies that he be with in his pod. He over here dolo. He came to our pod dolo, man. He's rumbling the Petersburg dudes. So he rumbling the Petersburg dude. So the other dudes was right there. Like they was about to jump in. So that's when me and Ty came down the steps. We like, nah, we can't let, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna let nobody bank him. We ain't say that, but we just came down the steps just to let, he got somebody holding him down. So they right there by the shower wrecking. The lady in the booth is not even paying no mind. He rumbling, boom, boom, boom. They'll break it. They'll grab each other. They'll rock up, boom, boom, stop that rumbling again. So they right there watching the jump. So we just looking at the jump. We showing he looked and seeing us. We had his back. Seemed like bro just started going crazy. Cuzzo started snapping out. Yo, he just started snapping out on dudes. So he started rumbling even harder. So as they rumbling, man, the other dude that was with him, the other dude who the whole thing was over, ended up emerging out the cell. He slept in the second cell on the bottom tier. I'm saying in my head, where you been at? I made sure he looked me in my eyes when I seen him come out of his cell. Like he didn't know his homeboy was over here fighting the whole time. I promise you, man, all these dudes, man, they be acting like they super tough in these members gangs, man. A lot of them be cream puffs, y'all. So boom. The dude that was with Cuzzo was a cream puff, man, because he was scared of the numbers of the Petersburg dudes. But the Petersburg dudes know my homeboy Ty. So they weren't going to bank him anyway. They was just holding their homeboy down. So him and Cuzzo would rumble for like, man, it was like a 5-minute rumble. I ain't even going to lie. So after the 5-minute rumble, they broke it up. They broke that joint up. So Ty grabbed Cuzzo. So I'm like, yo, bro, go ahead, bro. You got him, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. He was like, nah, that's worried. Nobody gonna carry my homies. Anybody, like, yeah, anybody in here. Ain't nobody gonna carry my homies. So he looked over at the other dude that was in the block that was with him, that's on the blue team. He was like, man, where you was at, man? I come over here for you. Where you was at, man? Screaming in front of everybody. They said, where you was at, cuz? I came over here for you. Where you was at? Dude was like, I ain't know you was fighting, cuz. He was like, man, how you know what? He just grabbed him, took him in the cell like in a choke move. And then when I looked in the door, I was looking. He had dude on the ground choking him. So I didn't want to get on. I don't get involved in blue team or red team politics. Like I don't really get involved in it. So I wanted to go in there and save the dude he was choking. But I just stood there and watched, y'all. So boom. Because he signed up to be on blue team and you ain't even help him out when he reckoned. So I didn't like that. So he got at dude. Now he didn't unalive him, thank God. But he got at him. I guess dude threw the towel. You know what I mean? He get up. Right when he about to get up, he walking out through the door. The CO coming in. It's an a-hole CO. He don't even supposed to be in our building, but he took the dude place that was standing in front of the building. They go to the chow hall. So he ended up just coming in our building being nosy. He come right in the building, be nosy, and catch bro coming out the joint. Now, cuz was one of them old kind of light brown skin, light skin looking dudes. He stick out. He got the bald head, clean shave. He just looked like a dude that don't supposed to be in our block for some reason, unless the CO knew. But when the CO seen him, he must have knew that Cuzzo was in the block across the hall. So when he seen Cuzzo, he was like, oh, hey, what you doing over here? He looked. He went and looked at the young boy and said, he was like, oh, you was fighting. Oh, he grabbed a walkie-talkie. He said something to walkie-talkie. Next thing you know, slide up and up. Everybody was like, police come in the joint. He was like, man, he was fighting. He was like, man, I wasn't fighting. The CO sergeant was like, what you doing in this pod then? He called Cuzzo last name. What you doing in this pod? You don't even supposed to be in this pod. He said, you come out, young man. He called a blue team member. When he come out, the blue team member come out. He had a big choke mark on his neck. My word, like he been getting choked forever. So he come out, he was like, oh yeah, they almost fighting. Come on. Like, come on, walk this way. Walk this way. So they took Cuzzo and dude out. You know what I mean? They took them both to the bing, y'all. So boom. I was like, man, look at this, man. Cuzzo and I got tricked up. You know what I mean? Wow. So he go to the bing. So me and bro was in the cell messing with Delilah, me and Ty. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. I said, man, bro wilding out like this and he about to go to the crib? I said, man, he wilding, man. Ty was like, definitely, like, well, I'm about to go to the crib. Man, I ain't getting in nothing, man. Unless somebody put their hands on me. I was like, bro, that's the truth. I was like, bro, that's the truth. Like, you can't fumble the release date, man. So like, you know, I didn't think he was gonna fumble his release date by going to the hole. You know what I mean? But like, still though, like, I'm just like, this is crazy. So he's probably stayed back there like a week. Like I say, I told y'all this in a lot of stories. That Lawrenceville hole is not big. It only holds probably like 40 people at the most, if that. So like, they don't keep you back there long when you catch a case, unless you're a lifer back there, phone and stuff like that. That's the only time. But you know, he went back there for a week. And then when we was coming back from child, we seen the car coming back to our building. So we look, I see it from the back. You can kind of tell it's Cuzzo, you know what I mean? But he got his hair growing back. So he kind of got the George Jefferson a little bit, got the light Caesar joint. So when we get closer to the building, I see that they standing right there. I look, it was Cuzzo. So he see a couple of his homies. He dapping them up, all the blue team members that was in 62 pod, and all the blue team members that was in 42 pod and 40 and 43 pod. They all dapping them up. They happy to see him. You know what I mean? Everybody dapping him up. So he's standing there. He like, then he seen me. He was like, oh, what's up? Where's going on? What's up? Like, what's up, man? You back? I said, they about to put you in your old block. He was like, no, I'm about to come in y'all block. I said, for real, bro? He was like, yeah. He was like, I'm about to come in there. I was like, that's what's up. So I walked back in. I shoot up the steps, go tell Ty. I said, guess what they about to bring here? He was like, who? I said, they about to bring Cuzzo over here. He was like, for real, man? He was like, man, I mean, I wouldn't be tripping for real. He was like, but he about to go home, so I know he ain't, you know what I mean? I said, nah, Cuzzo gonna be chilling. He over here with us now. He all right, you know what I mean? So they bring him in. Cuzzo go upstairs to the little handicap joint. And he caught a sweet sale. He went upstairs to the handicap cell. So he go put his stuff up. After I give him some time, get the stuff together, I finally walked up there. You know what I mean? I went to go holler at him. So he putting his bed up, and he getting his bed right. So he see me, he was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, cuz, I've been back there starving, man. Please tell me you got some food. I was like, yeah, I got some food. What you want? He was like, man, I need some tuna fishes, bro. He was like, I ordered it back for you. I was like, I got that. So he told me what he wanted. I went and put it together for him. I came back up and gave it to him. You know what I mean? So as me and him standing up there talking, man, I promise you, man, a dude that's not even in our block. The dude is in 62 pod, man. I promise you, man, the man come to the door. Now the handicap jump, like I'm standing where his door is at. I'm standing in his, I'm not in his cell. I'm standing like in the door. So like I can just look to my left and see the stairs and the pod. You know what I mean? Because his handicap was at the back, the top left. So I'm standing in his door. I see a little young boy coming up there. I see the little young boy that's on the blue team. That's in the other pod. I'm like, I see him. He coming up the steps. He like, he get close. He was like, yo, excuse me, bro. Excuse me. I was like, watch out his way a little bit. He went to the door. He was like, hey, yo, Cuzzo. Hey, look, man, we need you over there in 62 pod, man. Bro about to get into it with the red team, man. I need you to come over there right now, man. Cuzzo was making his bed. He was like, you came over here for that, man. They banking him or something, man. He was like, nah, they ain't banking him, but, you know, we need you over there. He was like, shh. Man, he looked at me. He was like, man, see, this is what we talk about, Weezy, man. He was like, every time, man, dudes act like they can't do nothing on their own. They gonna keep running to call me, man. He was like, this crazy, man. He was like, man, these dudes don't even care. I'm about to go to the crib, Weezy.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.